All right, come on, let's clap. Let's go, good people on the planet Earth. It is a motivational Monday. It is Monday, October the 2nd, 2023, 10 minutes after the hour. Welcome everyone to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J. The chat room is wide open, guys. You can also call in. The numbers 570-982-6950. We're on all social media platforms. And please, if y'all don't mind, like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on all media. We truly appreciate you. We hope you guys are super safe on this motivational Monday. Top of the morning, first day of the week. Let's go out there and be super productive. I know some of you folks are already productive already, so we truly appreciate you. But check this out. This is where you get your morning smoke. Whoa, wait. This is where you get your morning love. If you have a deficit of love this morning, guess what? We are here for you guys to get that love. You're not getting from none of your family members. You're not getting from none of your coworkers, but you get it right here. But the most important part of this, what I'm about to say, is the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, Senny J, God bless. Good morning. Looking good over there. How are you this morning, young lady, on this glorious Monday morning? Motivational Monday. How are you?
Thank you so much, Sean. I am doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today. We are going to kick things off with Senny Says, where I will fill you in on everything that is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what is happening locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah, please stick around for that and stick around for everything that we have to offer this morning. And before we start the show, one more time, Senny J, let's give honorable mention to our beloved co-host and our partner, Miss Miko. It was her birthday the other day on Saturday. So happy
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday to Miss Miko. So we truly please again show this young lady some love. God knows what they're doing right now.
Yes. She's
So
having
on this motivational Monday, also one more thing.
show.
Uh and welcome to the show, guys. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature the Wake Up Team on all media. We definitely appreciate you guys for all the record-breaking views over this last 30 days. Thank you. Merchandise coming out Thursday, so please support. Now, I did a comedy show down in South Jersey the other day, and my man Jay Martinez, he did a great job. Truly appreciate you, boy. Brother, thank you so much for hiring me. The show was off the hook. And the people came out and had a great time down in South Jersey. And I just want to say thank you so much. But everyone that's listening to the show, something very interesting happened at the show. And I want to talk to you guys about it. Now I'm more to the side, like, at this point, I'm moving merchandise. I'm getting on my hustle. You know me. When I walk into the club, do my thing, crack out my merchandise, time to sell, get that extra money. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, because this is what I do. But there was a little altercation at the comedy show, and you never hear altercations in comedy show in the same sentence. Because comedy shows are not like parties or with the younger folks with rap music, and it's not, there's not a lot of fight. You don't rarely see a fight at a comedy show. And while I was over there, moving my merchandise and talking to everyone, good morning, everyone that's in the chat room. Please show each other some love. I want to see the hearts in the chat room already. This morning, I want to see hearts early this morning, and God bless each and every one of y'all for tuning in. So, I'm always out in the street, and I see a lot. So we at this show was in the Kiki Bar. The show was partially outside and inside. Had a dome. It was really nice. The place was packed. Had a good time. Good look.
Okay.
And I was honored to be on the show. And it was one of those shows that I got called on because one of the headliners took another job. So the promoter called me. So it was truly a blessing to head on down there and do the job. Now, see, when the show was over, like I said, I was selling, moving this merchandise, and there was an altercation at the show.
Between men or women or
It was
both?
it was between men, but it had to do with a woman.
Ooh, love it. Go ahead,
And,
sis.
okay, that's right, sis. Matter of fact, sis, I'm gonna applaud your vagina that they were fighting over. Ladies,
Right.
if your vagina ain't worth fighting for, you might need to reevaluate
It's the power of a woman.
the
Go
power
on.
of the power of the women and the super power of the vagina. And Senny, the altercation when it went into the parking lot, and these guys were kind of pushing each other by my car.
Not by your car.
That's what I'm saying. Like this car, nah, bro, chill.
This car's been through a lot, chill.
A lot, it's been through a lot. Just leave it alone. You know, and it's weird because like on my passenger door, there's all of this. I'm like, yo, bro, chill. The windows, don't get off his face. Get off his face.
Not there was like a little drool on your window.
Like, oh, bro.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But Cindy, this is how the altercation started. Because you know, I'm like, what happened, bro? What happened? But I'm still out there trying to move my merch. I asked the young lady that was standing around next to me, don't move from here. I don't care. They start shooting. You stay right here next to this merch.
Right. Not if they start shooting. I can't.
You know, protect the merch. Now, Cindy, this is what happened.
Okay.
There was a few guys that came to the comedy show, and one of them had recently got out of jail.
Okay.
Okay. So they wanted to take him out to celebrate. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning start, right? Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team with the Queen City J and also the Queen Miss Miko. She be here Thursdays and Fridays. We appreciate you. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature Wake Up Team on all media. Now, see, one of the young men had just recently got out of jail, right?
Were they cute?
But listen, matter of fact, and this was a Latino show, so there was a lot of Latins there, but a lot of hood Latins, a lot of Bronx Latins, for a lot of Philly Latins.
Okay, okay. I'm
These are the
familiar.
Latin
I'm
folks,
familiar. I'm familiar.
right? These are the Latin folks that I gravitate to, and I know you do as well. You had a baby by one. Oh no, matter of fact, you had two babies by one.
Don't make me remember. Go on.
ladies, ladies, clap if you love a hood Latino dude. Come on, let's. Now, Cindy, the guy just got out of jail, right? And they were celebrating his release. He had just got out a month ago or whatever. They went to the comedy show. Here was the problem. His ex-girlfriend was at the show
Okay. Okay.
with her man,
Ooh, okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. All right, we're back.
Okay, so she's there with her new man.
Right, she's there with her man, or not a new man, but her man,
Oh, but her man. Okay, okay.
because this guy was in jail. But obviously, they had a relationship with each other. The one that came out of jail.
Right, right, right.
So the dude who came out of jail with his boys, and I would say these folks were between 35 and 50 years old, CJ.
Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
So the dude who came out of jail went over to the table with the ex-girlfriend and her man, and came
What's
over
the
to the table with two drinks for her.
so the guy that just got out came up with two drinks for her. Okay.
Right. Sat it on the table and said, yo, this is for you. Good to see you. But didn't acknowledge the dude.
Messy.
That-
Messy.
Exactly. And at this point of the show, the liquor's popping, everybody's drinking, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, it's when things is about to start popping off. Yeah. Go on. Go on.
And then in the back, I hear from the other side of, yo, we not playing that shit, homie.
They ain't playing.
That's what I heard.
Are you still selling merch?
Yeah, I'm on the other side. We're over there. We're doing that. And they're over there. So the dude who the young man that was sitting with his lady, he got highly upset, which in
I
my opinion, I think rightfully so.
right.
And so now we're watching. He yells out, "Yo, those drinks, she's not taking those drinks." And Senny takes the drink, just pushes it out the way.
Mm, mm,
Don't
mm.
you know that him and the dude got into a little scuffle with each other?
Not a.
Yeah. So here come the security. Here come the security. Grab them both out the way. That's it. Y'all gotta go.
And then it moves outside.
Then it goes outside. And my first thought was, all right, let me duck because it might be bop, 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 bop,
Beep, 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 beep,
bop,
beep.
bop, bop,
Not a
bop, bop,
little bop bop.
bop. I've heard gunshot fire in my life, and I've ran from gunshot. I know it is. I know. I know. I don't know if I could do it now. I'm too old.
Little
And
thigh
seeing
shot. Never heard anything.
the, why these two guys go into the parking lot and start kind of tussling with each other. But they pulled them off. His boys from jail and the other guys came and they pulled them off, pulled them away from each other, and it sort of simmered down. And then the police showed up as well.
The
And
police.
yeah, of course, it's a small town in South Jersey. The police was right there. They showed up like 10 minutes after this thing happened.
Oh, they knew what type of event it was, so they
Yeah,
was like,
yeah. It was a hood crowd, but it was nothing but hood love. I felt the love. It was nothing. All of us would have felt comfortable in this spot. All of us.
Sean's
That's
like,
listen.
I had a great time. So
Right. Even though and one of the security guards literally picked one guy up and threw him out the club, like literally, like he was somersaulting in the air, like just threw him out. And my whole thing is the dude that gave the drinks, that purchased the drinks for the ex girlfriend, was totally out of order. I think that was so disrespectful to conduct the way he conducted himself on a Motivational Monday. There was seven other ways, Senny, and I'm gonna yield my time back to you. There was seven other ways that this young man could have dealt with that after seeing his ex-girlfriend. So just before you share your opinion, I yield my time. How do we react when we see our ex-girlfriends in public or ex-boyfriends or our exes in public with their new man? How do you react to that? Because some people don't. Jay Buttons, that's my man. He's in the room. Yo, Jay, I see you at the Black and Gold ski trip, man, in January, brother. Senny,
the black and gold is
first I want to know your opinion about this story. And secondly, how do you react before we start the show, how do you react when you see your ex in public or at a party or at a comedy show? How does that work? I yield my time. I
not
yield my time.
you.
I yield my time.
I mean, I I mean, it really all depends on how things ended. I mean, for me, it's different because the exam. If I saw my ex, who is ultimately my children's father, if I seen him out with anyone, I wouldn't go over there. Like only if we were sharing a mutual space. I would be like, hey, how you doing? Of course. But I'm not even if I was sitting all the way across the room and I saw him, I'm not making my way over there to be like, hey, what are you doing here? Or anything like that. I would just mind my business. I'd be like, look at them over there. But I mean, what that guy did, it was, a little disrespectful. um he obviously wanted a problem, but I think I would need more context as to know like how long ago it was or whatever, because that guy could have taken it totally differently. He could have, if he wanted to, he could have been like thanks, or just whatever, or just not drink them at all. You know what I mean? So it goes to speak to both parties involved, because why did he take it that extra step? He could have just sent it back, but to take it to that extra level was a little crazy too. But they're both trying to be macho. But I think you should respect each other's space, keep it Hello, do a hello.
I
That's
think.
what I would do.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. Only place on earth where you get your morning started. Right, my man Drew Chiz is in the building. Please like and share the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature wake up team. And let's start already. Where's the hearts at in the chat room, guys? We want to see all the hearts in the chat room. Let's show each other some love right now. We truly appreciate you. See, there's several ways to deal with this. Now, if it's one of those spontaneous situations where you're both collided right into each other, like walking or sitting next to each other or bypassing each other. A simple hi, how you doing, introduction, if that's the case, and keep it moving. What this man should have did was he should have never did that. You should have never purchased a drink for her and then disregarded him. If that's the case, he should have just rolled over. If that's what he wanted to do, introduce himself to the other guy, even though I think all this is still disrespectful, say hello to her and walk away and
Yeah,
respect
because
the
what are you
space.
saying hello for? Like, what is this? Especially if it wasn't even like her ex husband or anything. Like, come on. Y'all was just dating? No. They got a kid together. You get any background on these people?
Nah, no, only thing I knew that they were both getting tossed in the parking lot. And somebody had their face against my car like this. Yeah, but hey, guys, have you ever ran into a situation where you was in a public place and you ran into an ex? Please share or call in 570-982-6950. And how did you react? I said to Jay Buttons, did you ever run into an ex? Listen, that happened to me. I ran into my ex, right,
Mhm.
at an event, and I saw her from the other side of the room, right?
Yeah.
And then I made my way over to where she was sitting because that's where the stage area was. So I had to go over there. And
Hmm.
I looked at her and we just waved. We just said hello. We just waved at each other. And that was it.
You
And,
didn't
and
get a
then
drink or nothing, Sean? Go over there, dap her up or something. Be like, yo, what's good? Nothing.
nah, see,
You just gave
and
a
then
little hello.
right, that's funny. And then as when the show was over and everybody was leaving, we kindly waved at each other. No words were said. We kindly waved at each other and we kept it pushing. That was it. And I think that sometimes, and I don't think she was with a man. I saw some of her other friends. I don't know if she was with a man or whatever, but I thought that that was appropriate. It was an acknowledgement. Keep it pushing, and that's it. And I think that that's where it should. It depend. Like you're right. It depending on how the relationship ended or what's the dynamics of it. But I think that that's enough. That's a wave. Uh, and keep it pushing. Now, if my ex is sitting there with a man, there's no way in hell I'm going to sit there. And welcome to the show, guys. My man Princess Cox, no pause, Black Heart is in the channel. There's no way I'm going to sit there and buy you a drink. If I'm going to buy the drink, I'm gonna buy both of y'all a drink. But that might even be more upsetting. And on top of that, what if the dude came over there and bought a bottle or something? Bottle, $500 bottle. Yo, give that to them. I would be if I was with my wife and the ex, and my wife and I were together, and the ex bought over a $500 bottle. I'm not gonna appreciate that.
Why? Is that like a men thing? Is that like an ego thing or whatever? Because I'd be like, let's drink it.
Especially if we sitting there, she got a Heineken and a double shot of Hennessy,
Oh
and I
yes,
got a
your
club
drinks are looking.
soda, and here come a baddie over here with the flashy, the sparklers and all that, and come over with the bottle. We're
I
not
mean,
doing that.
but I think it goes to speak to the man because some men wouldn't care. They'd be like, all right, cool. Like, thanks, bro.
Fellas,
I'm,
fellas in the chat.
thanks
Fel-
for getting her nice and saucy for me to take her home. Bye.
Fellas in the chat room. Let's get real. If you with your lady or your wife and the ex bought a $500 bottle or something over to the table, how you feeling?
But that's an ego thing, right? I mean, why are you is it because you're insecure in your relationship that you think that your girl would be swayed by this by her ex?
Maybe,
Or
yeah, maybe
like
that
like
might
like
be.
what is the What is that that's there that's creating this tension for one another when you seemingly don't even know each other?
No, no, I think it's a total disrespect because maybe in my mind it might be maybe something that they used to do in the past.
Oh, you think it's a little inside joke?
Maybe they used to pop bottles on a regular basis and there's no bottles next to us. And he's looking at her like, let me get this bitch a bottle because she looked thirsty and he ain't built like that. Yes, so it's an ego thing. Yeah, maybe it might be an ego thing. Then I got to come out my pocket with $500 and get another bottle. Yes, it's an ego thing. It's probably an ego thing. So for me, if he got a bottle for us, I'm going to go to the waitress, send a bottle back to him.
Yeah, because
Because you're not going to have one up on me, bro.
yeah, because that's really embarrassing. Maybe that's why he didn't want to accept the drinks.
And let
Because
me
if
tell
my
you,
ex sent me a bottle, I'm gonna be like, okay, are you gonna get another bottle? I'm
and I'm
immediately looking at you.
right. And I don't want my lady to put her in a position like, what are we going to do? We're going to take the bottle. Do I order glasses? Do you open it? Do we sit? No. Now I'm playing myself.
Yeah, I guess.
Even if, let me tell you how ego driven I am with this. And I'll keep it real with everyone in the chat room. Let's show each other some love. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J, only place on earth where you get your morning star right. If I had $501 in my pocket, $501 in my pocket, I'm taking the five and I'm buying the bottle and walking out of there with $1 in my pocket to prove this shit. I mean, excuse me. I'm
Hilarious.
sending a bottle back over there.
That's just drink it, Shawn. Drink and enjoy and be merry. You know what I'm saying? I think people get too wrapped up in the whole, you know, in the whole situation that they don't realize what it is. He's obviously trying to get something that I have, and it's not going to work. So take solace in that and be
Fel-
comfortable.
Fellas, talk to me. You're not going to let this pass like that, man. You're not going to have a dude come over there with a bottle.
Jay Button said, I don't worry. I will drink it and toast to he who sent it. Past present, Mr. One Emoji said, I'll take it, but that's some BS. Marita Simmons said, we both drinking that bottle and then gonna say thank you. Period.
Really?
Exactly. Who is this? Shout out to J. Larry Tarlou. This ain't a dating show, bro. He said, I need to be connected with a serious relationship from here.
Yo, no, don't worry. Stay here. If you stay here long enough, brother, if you stay here long enough, you will be connected with a serious relationship in this bitch. Don't go nowhere. There's tons of single women in this room. Half of them are angry as hell. Your co-host over there, and you don't even want to talk to her, bro. Trust me. But you stay, yeah. You want serious love? Stay your punk ass right in this chat room, sir, and welcome. What's his name, City?
His name is Jerry. Wait, J. Larry. J. Larry Tarlou.
Hey, J. Larry Talou. Welcome to the show, player. This is where you can find love. Trust me, there's a lot of people in this chat room that done found love that I don't know nothing about.
Word. We've actually had quite a few, but you're gonna have to find it on your own because we actually find about these later on.
First of all, sir, do you have a job, sir? Do you have a job? That's the
Word.
first question.
Word.
That's the,
Can you put what you bring to the table down in the comments? Because that's how we give it up over here. Okay.
that's right. We're not playing over here. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team dating game. This is what it is. Number one, do you have a job? Number two, do you have a car, sir? Okay. Number three, how many baby mothers do you have, sir? Number four, are you currently in a relationship, sir? Number five, are you nasty as hell? Number six, do you have any mental mother effing issues, sir? Let's go. Welcome to the show, sir. You want to find serious love? You will find it here.
Do you own or rent?
I hope you rent, never own, sir. Sir, and the most important thing, if you want to find a little vagina in here, you must like and share and follow the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, sir. You need to do that first before you come up in here trying to find some vagina.
Word, are you from the Caribbean?
Word. Who are you, sir?
Who sent you?
Who sent you here, sir?
I'm done. I cannot. So how
Okay.
did it end, Shawn? How did the scuffle end?
The
The
police
police
came and
came.
then they all broke it up. And the dude that gave the drinks to the girl, the ex-girl, his man was like, yo, you was wrong for that. You should have never did that. You know, he was being a real friend. He was like, yo, you should have never did that, bro. The other dude is still in the corner. He's still trying to get at him. They still trying to hold him down. I'm like, yo,
Oh,
bro, you're 50 years old. Calm down. You're tired.
yeah. Word. Oh, she was with an older guy, you feel?
Yeah, these guys were like in their 40s and 50 years old. These were old school Latins, hood Latins. They were between 35, 50 years old. It was a dope show. My man put on a great show, great event. And even with that happening, it seemed normal to me. So it was a great time. Thank you so much for asking. What Jay Larry talking about, CJ? What's going on with him?
Um, he said he's a migrant. I believe he's saying I'm a migrant here, and I am very strong. I don't have a child yet. Oh Lord. So you looking for somebody to have a baby? I don't know. Do you want kids? You want kids, sir, or not? Because I
First
don't
of
know.
all,
I think the ladies in our chat room are past that. I don't think.
these ladies in the chat room all got like kids that are 40 years old, sir.
These babies is grown and out the house. So if you looking for somebody to have a baby for you, yeah, nah, that's not happening. And where did you migrate from? And are you
Right.
in New York?
And ladies, listen up. If he's in the migration system and he's a migrant, you might want to jump on that. This is fresh meat. He's getting all medical services. He's getting money. He's getting funded by the government. This is right there. Got half of he got half the accomplishment of all the men that you trying to date in these streets already. This guy, Section 8 eligibility. There's a lot going on with this dude. Welcome to the show, Jay. We appreciate you, brother. Now let's get on to the show. God
Not
bless you.
Section 8 eligibility. I can't.
God bless. What's his name? Jay
I can't.
Larry, right?
Jay Larry,
Hey,
Tarlu.
everybody, let's welcome Jay Larry to the show. He's single. He's looking for love for real. And he could find it on the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, sir. Later on, throughout the show, we might need to see a picture of you. We might see, what do you look like, sir? Sir, how tall are you, sir? The women in this chat room, in this group, they love men that are over 5'11",
Definitely.
seeming like I'm 6'4". Sir, how tall are you, sir? I don't know. We need to know. You got give up that information. We need to know how tall are you, sir? I know you said you're a migrant, so let's eliminate the car. Let's eliminate housing. Thank you for your honesty, brother.
Is there a language barrier? Are you using Google Translate right now? Or can you speak fluent English?
Listen,
'Cause that's going to be
listen.
a big.
No, it's not. Not in this chat room, bro. You can barely speak English. You gonna get somebody in this chat room. Trust me. We got the record breaking women that are on this show that's been single for over 5 years. Trust me. And you're
Oh,
looking at one right there. Senny was in a relationship about 6 minutes, but other than that, she's been single for 14 years. Let's clap for Senny J.
staying protected. Staying
And every
protected.
and everybody, if y'all don't mind, please let's show Jay Larry some love. Let's wish him good morning. Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. I want to
Yeah,
see
you
the
guys do
hearts
that
in
too.
I want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team. We're going to get into some front page news or some Senny J, the S to the E double N Y. and you can't deny she got the front page news, y'all. Got the front page. And listen, while Cindy's giving the front page news, I want to see the hearts in the chat room. Where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, turn down for what? Cindy, what you got?
Well, the first thing that I'm going to start off with is the breaking news that we received this weekend that Tupac's killer has been caught, arrested, who was involved in the shooting. A man who prosecutors say ordered the 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur was arrested and charged with murder Friday in a long awaited breakthrough in one of hip hop's most enduring mysteries. Dwayne Keith D. Davis has long been known to investigators as one of four suspects identified early in this investigation. He isn't the accused gunman, but was described as the group's ringleader by authorities at a news conference and in court. In Nevada, you can be charged with a crime, including murder, if you help someone commit the crime. Dwayne Davis was the shot caller for this group of individuals that committed this crime, said Las Vegas Police Homicide Lieutenant Jason Johansson, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. Davis himself has admitted in interviews and in his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he provided the gun used in the drive-by shooting. Authorities said that Davis's own public comments had revived the investigation. Davis, who is now 60, was arrested early Friday while on a walk near his home on the outskirts of Las Vegas. Hours before prosecutors announced in court that a Nevada grand jury had indicted the self described gangster on one count of murder with a deadly weapon, and he's due to be in court this week. The grand jury also voted to add a sentencing enhancement to the murder charge for gang activity that could add up to 20 additional years if he's convicted. So this is very fresh, very developing, and I'm sorry, Tupac's sister actually was speaking out regarding this, condemning the acts of this man. She said, "This is no doubt a pivotal moment. The silence of the past 27 years surrounding this case has spoken loudly in our community. It's important to me that the world, excuse me, it's important to me that the world, the country, the justice system, and our people acknowledge the gravity of the passing of this man, my brother, my mother's son, and my father's son. His life and death matters and should not go unsolved or unrecognized. So, yes, today is a victory, but I will reserve judgment until all the facts and legal proceedings are complete. There have been multiple hands involved, and there still remains so much surrounding the life and death of my brother Tupac and our Shakur family overall. We are seeking real justice on all fronts." So those are very powerful words coming from his sister. And, of course, online, a lot of conflicting sentiments. Of course, a lot of people saying, why did it take so long? And, if he was one of this few suspects, this could have been something that was resolved a lot earlier. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. And we want to see what happens with this. And hopefully they all can get justice. This is so crazy.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Wendy Gonzalez is in the chat room, and God bless. And I still want to continuously see the chat hearts in the chat room. And thank you so much for tuning in. And please like and share. All our friends over here on Facebook, and shout out to our special friends over there in YouTube. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for rocking with our Instagram shorts. We truly appreciate you. At the end of the show, run over to Instagram and you'll see a funny clip of this show today and all the clips. Thanks to Senny J. And special shout out to Lynette Serrano. We appreciate you for your donation to the show last Friday. So please follow the lead of Lynette Serrano and donate to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team, okay? Senny, first of all, I want to say, this is the first thing I want to say. To all the people that believe that Tupac is still alive, because you remember you had those folks that thought Tupac is still alive. I want to breaking news: Tupac is not alive. Everybody, for the people who still believe that from 27 years ago. Mr. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, you're an idiot. Uh, uh, Even if you, boy, you are a narcissist certified. You just basically told on yourself. You're right. It took 27 years for this. The killer's right there. The killer's being interviewed on television. Cindy J. He's on all type of documentaries. He's on Netflix. This guy's on world tour talking about this, and he won't shut his mouth. All the other uh, participants in this murder have passed away, and at 60 years old, you told on yourself, and now you convicted for this crime. The murder of Tupac Shakur back in 19. What year was this, Cindy J? I can't remember. It's 96, I think.
1996, yeah.
1996. So, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, you need to spend the rest of your natural life in jail because you was the only one that knew this crime and you told on yourself. So you should do the rest of your time in jail. Is it justice for the family? I say yes. I mean, I don't know what type of ultimate justice that they want, but you have the killer of your beloved loved one in Tupac Shakur, like who was a great rapper, uh, filled with his own turmoil. And remember, this incident was sparked when they beat up the young man in the Las Vegas casino. Remember that, CJ?
Yeah.
And the Bloods and the Crips or whoever, whatever gangs, they all started feuding with each other, and that was the reason why they killed him, and that was in the documentary as well. So Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, good riddance, my friend. You should never see the daylight on this earth ever again, and you should be in jail for the rest of your life. And rest in peace to Tupac Shakur.
So sad.
Is it?
Well, no, it's, so sad that, it took so long for it to happen. But yeah, that guy, you're trash. So we will see how much time he actually gets. But I think we all know you're going to pass in prison. So
Now we got to figure out who murdered Biggie Smalls, the
I
Big.
know. And there's a lot of people with the conspiracy theories out there, of course. They're saying, something bad must be going down in the government because they released this information like they've known all along. But I don't think any of that. um, Switching on into other news, Sean, your friend Pete Davidson, people are a little worried about him. They are saying that he is not taking his battle with drugs and mental health seriously, and insiders are concerned about him. And ever since he has stopped dating Kim Kardashian, we kind of haven't heard anything from him. Pete Davidson's inner circle is currently fearing the outcome of his sanity and sobriety struggle. Things for Pete Davidson haven't been going as planned since he departed rehab not too long ago. Earlier this year, it was reported that Pete checked into a Pennsylvania facility to aid with his borderline personality PTSD. If you didn't know, before his admission into the establishment in June, the 29-year-old underwent other rehab stints that a friend of his allegedly referred to as Davidson's way to decompress from his everyday life. So it seems like he goes to rehab whenever life's getting a little too much for him. Over the years, Davidson has been notoriously known for battling substance abuse and mental health issues. As a teen, the New York City native was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which he's said to have seemingly used medical marijuana for treatment and recreational purposes. In 2020, he confessed to suffering from severe depression and suicidal thoughts. Um, Insider Close said his buddies and the friends he has around him, they are enabling him and they aren't being honest with him. He came out of rehab and he immediately started talking about how he had taken ketamine to treat his depression. And these people who are always around him didn't think that it was a big deal. They concluded saying, "I don't think he is mature enough to face reality and face the music. And if he doesn't start taking his issues seriously, he could end up killing himself from drugs." Which, whoa, that is very intense for an insider to say. But I don't. Do we remember why he quit Saturday Night Live? Was it to
You,
do other things, or was it just that he was dating Kim K? Because
oh,
I feel like that was, one of the best things he was doing at that time. And maybe that loss um of that job, maybe it's made him feel some type of way. Let me see if I can find why he left.
well, I know you was talking about. I mean, when it all went down, you had a story about it back in the days. Welcome to the show, guys. Yeah, Pete Davidson used to come to the club, Mocha Lounge, every Monday night as a young teenager, and he would go on stage with us and perform and do his jokes, and then he became famous and stand up, and I'm so happy for him. And even City J at the tender age of 29 years old, he's not even 30 years old yet. Uh, Living this reckless life. Pete, please go to rehab and stay there. He just came out of a comedy show recently, and he was driving recklessly down the road. And this is a path of destruction that you can avoid by going to rehab. And come on, let's talk about it. All the drugs. I fear for drug users today because they put this fentanyl in the drugs. You don't even know that it's there. It kills you, and you're gone. And I'm fearful of that. And then I don't even do drugs. I mean, I used to do drugs back in the day. We didn't have all that fentanyl and all these other drugs. We was just straight drug users. We would just
It
do
was
drugs and
pure
die.
back then. It was pure
Yeah,
back then, Sean.
yeah. It was pure back then, and it took time to die. Like it's like now the drugs you can get high right to today and then just die 3 minutes later. At least back in my day when I did drugs, it was a process. Uh, You had your occasional overdose and somebody would drop dead. But back in the good old days of doing drugs, it was, or like they would say, it was levels to it. It was recreational in the beginning, and then it was, more recreational drugs, and then it became a habit. And then you started losing things in your life, people, places, and things. You started losing them. So it was a natural progression to destruction with drugs, and you get homeless, and then you lost your family, and then your other family were drug users. So it was sort of like a road. It was a road travel to destruction when we used to do drugs back in the day. The drugs that are going on today in these streets right now doesn't even give you an opportunity to lead through a path of destruction.
Right.
You just take the drug and die. And die. Bye bye. You don't get a chance to lose your family, your job. You don't get a chance to steal. You don't
It's
get a
just
chance
straight
to rob.
death, right?
None of that. We used to steal, rob, walk the streets, be homeless back in the day. The drugs today are not even allowing you to do that. Thank God for Jesus for that.
Thank God for Jesus for that.
Thank God for Jesus that I had to go through the whole process and then get clean. Pete Davidson, stop what you're doing. You're going to take a lethal dose of something and you're gone. And what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen is Senny J is going to give the report, blah, 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 blah. You passed away, and then we're going to move on to the next story. But
No.
that's life. That's life.
Yeah.
Shout out to my folks that are out there doing drugs the right way. Be careful. Lose your family, lose your job, because when you lose all these things, it might give you an opportunity to clean up, get clean, and have a productive life. And you remember all these things and you never want to do it again. The drugs that we have on these streets today are not allowing us to do none of that. Our loved ones are just passing away.
Yeah.
It's almost like the coronavirus. Remember when the coronavirus came out and we had like 14,000 deaths a day? It's almost the same thing.
Yeah, it's
Pete,
getting
you're
really
and,
crazy.
and Pete, you're 29 years old. That's drug addiction death. That's between 28 and 39. That's when they all fall out.
Yeah. And it also doesn't help the narrative, that people say after they date the Kardashians, their life just goes down the hill. I don't know. It's very weird. And I don't know if it's because, I mean, of course, it's just a coincidence. First of all, I love the Kardashians. I know. They're like, you guys know, they're my friends in my head. And I love the whole family. But there is something to say for like all of them. The only one that really hasn't had any troubles is Kendall and her dating. But if you look at Chloe. I mean, poor Lamar. After and they were married, and he took himself over to that ranch, got coked out, passed out, was in all types of recovery. Tristan Thompson, what is he? He's not even playing with the team right now. Hella infidelity. Um, Courtney, Scott's life is a train wreck regardless. He's just mooching off the family. I'm surprised he's still there. Um, Travis, she's still with him. Uh, and
This
then Kim, the guys that have dated Kim, I don't really think because Chris Humphries, nothing ever really happened to him in her earlier relationship. She married him, but he just kind of went away. Is he still on a
hold
team?
on. Chris who?
Chris Humphries?
No, none of these people are playing sports anymore. Cindy, you can't blame it on the Kardashians. I hear you. It's a great topic. I think it's
I'm
some ways
just trying to
into.
run down the men to try and see what happened
No,
with
I
them.
get it. I definitely get it. This has
I
nothing to
don't
do with the
blame them though. I think they're fine.
P.
They can't
P.
help it that these men got problems. That's what y'all
P.
need to take away. These men need help.
These men need help. No, you need help. Chris, Pete Davidson loves to smoke the cocaine. That has nothing to do with the Kardashians. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Wake Up Team, Senny J, and your boy Harvey. Who's this?
G'day, Shawn. It's me, Derek.
Senny, it's
Hey,
Derica from the land down under.
hey, girl. Good evening.
Hey, hey, how are you?
I'm doing great.
We're doing fine. Now, Senny, once a week, we would love for her to call in to give us a report from down under. So, uh, Derica, what's going on in Australia, young lady?
Oh, the weather's nice. It's warming up. And nothing much overly exciting. Oh, we did have the Celtic Festival here in my town just this last week or so, and for the last couple of weeks. And unfortunately, I couldn't go to it because I had no money.
Oh,
I was flat broke.
Okay.
that's like a lot of people. I get it. Maybe you can get them on the next time around.
Yeah. But Cindy,
What's that?
even if you're flat broke, you can go to a festival and just walk around. Like, I know it's kind of like weird to do that because you don't want to go anywhere without any money. I get it. But
Right.
there's certain places like parks and places that you could go that doesn't cost anything. But you know what it is? It's the mental part of it. You can't walk outside with no money. Like, who does that? And
Yeah,
that's
you're gonna
that's
spend
the
money
issue here.
regardless. Word.
Well, and how's the weather there? Because Cindy, she's going to call in every week, and we want to know what's going on. And how's the weather down there?
It's actually quite nice now. Today was very hot, so it's just going to get warmer and warmer. And it'll be summertime soon, and Christmas time is the summertime heat. It'll be nice.
Let me ask you something. Are kids in the town that you live in, are they vandalizing stores like they do here? That they run into high-end stores and snatch pocketbooks and go into the pharmacy and just randomly loop the locations. Are you guys doing that in Australia?
Not in my town.
Do you guys have the death penalty out there? What's the laws like in Australia?
There used to be the death penalty, but we don't have that anymore. That was like gotten rid of a long time ago. I think even before I was born, and I was born in '69. And, so we haven't had that in a long time. But the laws here, you go to jail for a certain amount of time, or even for life, depending on the crime.
Right.
And, yeah, but there's no death penalty anymore.
Are there gay folks in Australia? And if they are, do they live a nice, comfortable life out there like they do here in America?
Gay people. Yeah, as far as I know.
When the last time you saw a gay person in your town, Derica?
It wasn't all that long ago. Maybe earlier this year.
And one more question. How's the school systems out there? Like, are there really good school systems in Australia?
Yeah, they're not too bad. I mean, the private schools are a bit more expensive, but like the state schools and that, well, then they're a lot easier for the parents to pay for the school fees and all that. And then the kids go on school excursions, you go on field trips, but when the kids go on school excursions, that can cost a little bit, depending on where the kids are going. And the school buses here, they're not yellow like the ones you have over there. They don't look anything like this. No buses like that over here.
Okay.
The buses come in all different colours and they're like can be little mini buses or even regular size buses.
Let me ask you something. How's the Wi-Fi out there in Australia? Any Wi-Fi problems out there?
It depends on where you live. If there's like a black spot area, well, then you might have a bit of trouble, but the rest of the time, everyone can get it pretty good.
Do you have an iPhone or a Galaxy phone? Which one do you, or Android? Do you have iPhone or Android?
I think mine is an Android, but it's an old one. My friend Rita gave me her old one because my previous phone that I had before this one died on me. It was dead. It would not work. No electricity, no nothing was going into it. So I had to have another phone, and so she gave me her old phone. But I think it's on its way out now because it's starting to play up on me, and I might have to get a new one soon.
And you did say you're in a relationship. So what's the day like with you and your man? How does that work out with you and your man? How's that? Like, is that a loving relationship?
She wasn't in a relationship.
She's not in a relationship. Are you in a relationship, Derica?
Yeah.
Oh.
I haven't met him yet, but I am in a relationship. He's going to come over here to Australia soon.
Wait a minute. You're dating somebody long distance online?
Yeah.
Senny, tell her that never works. Senny fell in love with an Indian dude from Texas one time that tried to steal her money.
This isn't like that.
Okay, well, good luck. Listen, we need you to call back in next Monday so you can give us a report, okay?
All right, I will.
All right, thank you. Come on, let's clap for it, Senny.
Thanks for calling, Derica.
Listen, we need to see all the hearts in the chat room right now. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J. It's your boy, Harvey. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Senny, what else you got?
There was a shooting at Jack in the Box, and the worker defends herself after being sued, and she is accused of shooting at customers. This happened last week. And this was in Texas, I believe. The Jack in the Box employee, which is a fast food chain for all of those who do not know. I've never been to Jack in the Box. Have you ever been there, Shawn?
See, you're about to lose your black card. I'm not going to put my life on it, but it's a it's a great chance that 99% of these people that are listening to this show right now, at one point in their life, have been to Jack in the Box. So before you continue on with the story, folks in the chat room, put a number one. If you ever been to Jack in the Box in your life and once in your life? Put a number two if you haven't been to Jack in the Box. CJ, as an African American woman that represents the green, the red, the black, and the green, you are disappointed. You're a disappointment right now to me and all the others. If you've never been to Jack in the Box, and if anybody puts a number two in that chat room and you haven't been to Jack in the Box, you might need to reevaluate your blackness. What is wrong with you?
Jack in the Box is a black people thing? First of all, I think it's a southern chain. We don't even have those up here. I'm from the north. Okay. So when would I get the opportunity to try a Jack in the Box? And I've seen plenty of them, but number one, I don't really eat fast food. That's not my thing. So, and if
Hold on.
speaking for
Hold
all
on.
black people, y'all should stop if you are. Okay.
Hold on. Before you continue on the story, Jay Buttons, shame on you. Never been to Jack in the Box.
Good, Jay. Who's been there?
Uh,
But what do they serve? It's like hamburgers and stuff.
Natalie Wright, you never been to Jack in the Box? Are you serious, son?
It-
Marita Simpson, you never been to Jack in the Box? What's wrong with you people?
It's a
Princess Cox,
southern
no
thing.
pause. Princess, you never been to Jack in the Box, bro?
Well, now that I guess I still have my black card, I'll continue on.
Okay.
A Jack in the Box employee who was captured on video allegedly shooting at a customer through the drive-through over a dispute about a meal is telling her side of the story. I'm not an angry person. I'm not a mad monster out here. I'm just a woman trying to work for my family. Alanya Ford Theriot told ABC, and I hope I pronounced it right. Attorney Randall Callanan released a video he recently obtained through a discovery in a civil case. The video is from March 2021 and shows Alanya firing a gun at a customer in the drive-through of the Jack in the Box on JFK Boulevard near Bush Intercontinental Airport. His client is the customer, Anthony Ramos. He was in the driver's seat and his wife and child also in the vehicle. Ooh, girl. It says she's aiming, she's leaning, she's not just going up in the air. She's trying to kill them, said the attorney. It was pointed right at me. I'm surprised she didn't get me, said Ramos, after saying the dispute was over curly fries that were missing from his order. She said we weren't going to get them. I'm not going to pull out no gun and shoot at somebody over no curly fries. Come on, said Alanya in her response. The 30-year-old met with media to defend herself. She said Ramos was threatening her and calling her racial slurs, which he denies. The video shows her checking her gun. She said she asked him to drive away several times and he refused. The video captures the gunfire. Um, there is no audio on the video, but it does show a muzzle flash. And according to court records, Houston police found a spent shell casing because she was trying to say that she didn't shoot at them. She just brandished the gun. She was initially charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a felony, but pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of deadly conduct, which is a misdemeanor. What? Full full investigation of the facts led by the DA's office to realize the shortcomings in their case based on facts that have not been reported thus far. She got 1 year of deferred adjudication, community supervision, which she actually completed in June. She and the restaurant still face this civil lawsuit in which Ramos and his family claim they were exposed to a dangerous employee and were traumatized. Um, the Jack in the Box denied the allegations and said it had no control over and is not legally responsible for third parties. So this civil case is still ongoing, but girl, you might gotta pay something. You might gotta pay a little something. I don't know. I don't know how much you can pay being you're an employee at Jack in the Box. I don't know what they're paying over there, but I know it's not enough for this family's traumatization. So I don't know. I was trying to find the video for you guys. I don't know if you guys have seen this video
I seen
online
the
already.
video. I seen the video. Welcome to the show. And you got
I'll post it as a reel for all those who haven't seen it later on today.
yeah, and please support our page, Shawn Harvey Morning Show Feature Wake Up Team on
Oh
Facebook.
yes, and quick note for all of those. I don't know if people are finding it hard to find the group. The group page is now under a different name to help alleviate the distinction between our business show page and our group page because they have the same name. So now the group page is SHMS, just the first initials of the show. It's called SHMS Group. And if, most of you, I mean, it shouldn't have affected you being able to go in the group, but if you were looking for it, that's what it's under now. And, you can still post and everything like that. So definitely join our group, join our, if you're not already if you don't already follow us on Instagram, you can please do that, which is at Shawn Harvey Morning Show. We'd really appreciate it if you guys go over there and follow us on Instagram and YouTube. We would really appreciate it to get our likes and follow up over there. Sorry, quick note, because I got a couple of messages about that. I just wanted to clear the air. And if you are not already following our show page, please do that, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show. You can find that right in Facebook. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much, Senny J, for that important show note. Now, I'm still disappointed that black folks have never been over there to Jack in the Box. What's wrong with your life? Now, and on top of that, if you never had those Jack in the Box curly fries, I suggest you go order curly fries if at your Jack in the Box near you. That's why I do understand the fact that they dropped this charge down to deadly conduct. Exactly. The young lady who brandished the gun, right? Now look at Jack in the Box. You see how they're trying to distance themselves? We don't do with third parties. And trust me, guys, I'm going through some third party situation right now. But everything, this woman right now got off with a slap on the wrist.
She really did. And it's if you didn't know, she's a black woman.
We know she's a black woman. This is black woman written all over this story. And when she told you to keep it pushing or keep going, everybody in the chat room, especially the men, especially Babylonian men or Latino men, when a black woman tell you to keep it pushing or get out of here, you better go because she's gonna brandish a firearm on you.
Now that is not in line with how
I don't condone any of this violence, but young lady, you are out of control with this. It can't be that serious. I saw the video. She was at the drive-through window. There was a lot going on. She brandishes the gun. You see the gun go off, and that's what we're doing here. Or the deeper question is, why are we going through Jack in the Box drive-throughs?
What?
Why are we going? Do we have to reevaluate going through a drive-through? And let me tell you something: mental health issues are running rampant throughout this country each and every day. COVID proved that. When COVID came to this country, and we had the epidemic going on, everybody was going crazy. We are crazy. You have to be careful out there in these streets because people are out here literally losing their minds. So you can't confront folks no more because you don't know what their mental capabilities are at the moment. People are out of their minds right now. You don't know what mental capacity people are going through. Don't get cute at these drive-throughs. When you order your food, be nice and kind when you order your food. Why are you arguing with somebody with ordering your food? They can spit in your food or do anything they want. I don't argue with nobody when it comes down to food. I'm not a pain in the ass. Send that dish back. I don't want that. The chicken is not on the right side of the plate. I don't like the way my greens look. The hot dogs too. I don't complain like that. Because every time you go back and forth and they go back in that kitchen and bring you out another plate, God knows what they're putting in the food.
Sorry.
Did she have to pull out a gun on these people? No, I don't think so. But I do tell you this, whatever state that happened in, boy, they gave her a slap on. They gave this woman a pass.
Yeah, it was in Texas, surprisingly. Well, maybe that's why, because Texas, they let you rock with the gun, and it didn't say that she owned it illegally. So I guess she was well within her rights. The real problem is that she did it at work.
Welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Thank you so much for listening to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J. Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., where you get your morning started right. Now, Senny, hold on. I want to just give you, let me just say this real quick, and then we could get into our next story. We're going to get out of here. Jet Life Stadium. It's not MetLife Stadium. It's called Jet Life Stadium.
What?
And in Jet Life Stadium last night, Senny, before you pull up your Taylor Swift news.
I don't have any Taylor Swift news.
The mecca of football was collided with Taylor Swift fan base, the Swifties. This is going to be a mega collaborations of two universes, football and Taylor Swift fans. Well, guess what? They all convened at Jet Life Stadium last night underneath the lights of New York City. But MetLife Stadium is based in New Jersey. And last night, it was a production of superstars in the building. It was also the first appearance of my beloved Mr. Rupture himself, Aaron Rodgers.
Not Mr. Rupture himself.
He was in the building. And Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman, all the A-list superstars were in the building last night.
Yeah. It seems like they came together. Taylor, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively. It was a gang of them.
And Jet Life Stadium was completely sold out. And the game wasn't sold out, but it's sold out because all the Swifties came through. And people who don't even like football came to the stadium to see if they could get a glimpse of their queen. But it was the same results for my New York Jets.
They were close, though, weren't they?
We were favorably underdogs anyway, but we made it a game. And Zach Wilson had some kind of glimpse of being a quarterback. He was driving the ball down court. He was had a lot of passing yards. He didn't throw an interception, but we came up short again on the national stage. My New York Jets, I'm not giving up on you, even though you pissed me off. We have lost. Now we're in a losing streak. And Taylor Swift came to your building, and this was the opportunity for my beloved New York Jets with this tremendous defense to put a smile on, a frown on Taylor Swift's face. And this was the opportunity for you to pop her boyfriend. This was the opportunity to drive a shoulder in the chest of that man. You didn't do it. And you allowed Taylor Swift, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, and all the A-listers to come in your building, drink champagne, sit there with the little donuts, and you allowed them to celebrate, and we lost again. My New York Jets, you are pathetic.
Wow.
You are on the world stage. You have an A-list superstar. Her tour is so successful that the National Reserve in Washington, D.C. thanked her personally for driving the economy of all these cities that she's touring. And she comes into your building and we have this performance and we lose 23-20. We're afterthought. This was the moment that you should have took Patrick Mahorn and drove him to the ground. but we lost again.
Patrick will never. That's my guy. You know, this was a tough one for me, Shawn, being that I am rooting for the Jets as well as the Chiefs because the Chiefs, you know, they helped me win some money earlier this year when they won the Super Bowl. So my heart is always with them because it was a blind bet. And everybody and their mom was going for the Philadelphia Eagles. But we prevailed. But as you also know, I am grandfathered into the Jets because that was my mom's family's team. And you're the only guy I know really into sports, and you like the Jets. And I'm like a daughter to you, so I rock with the Jets too. Last night was very difficult for me to comprehend, but I'm sorry. The Chiefs beat you guys. I'm so
I,
sorry. It's okay.
I don't like the Jets. I love the Jets. I don't like the Jets. I love the Jets. I don't like the Jets. I love the Jets. I'm a Jetson. I'm not mad at you, Senny.
I was conflicted.
No,
I was
no, get that.
conflicted.
No, Senny, get that money. They won you money. The Jets didn't win you nothing. I'm a Jetson. Shout out to the San Francisco 49ers who put that work in. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys who put that work in. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills who put that work in. Shout out to the Baltimore Ravens who put that work in. But my Jets, once again, we fold to the world champions, a team that we could have beat last night. Taylor Swift, God bless you. Welcome to our Terror Dome. The Jets are an afterthought to Taylor Swift right now. She was there to have a good time, and she did, and her man won. She's over there hugging his mother. All the celebrities are in the booth. And guess what? Aaron Rodgers was by himself in the other booth with the owner. Aaron, if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm sitting over there with Taylor Swift. Wow. He was at Taylor Swift concert in the summertime when she was in Jet Life Stadium. He over there dancing to Taylor Swift song. Why you sitting with the owner? Go over there with Taylor, bro. We're not gonna be mad at you if Aaron Rodgers sat in the celebrity booth with Taylor Swift and all the Swifties and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and what's his name? Travis Kelce's mother. I wouldn't be mad at you. Why are you sitting with the owner? Why are you sitting in the owner's booth? With one victory and 3 losses.
Okay. Still early. It's still early in the season.
Go Jets, baby.
Go Jets. We have
Go
plenty
Jets.
of time to turn this around. Plenty of time.
Cindy, what else you got before we got here?
The last story I guess I'm gonna leave with. I found very interesting. This came out last week as well. Mayor Eric Adams, he is to debut, or he did debut a 420-pound NYPD robot that will be assigned to patrol the New York City subway stations. First of all, I want to tell New Yorkers, are y'all all right? Are y'all all right with this rain? That rain that was coming down last week and y'all got flooded out? What is going on over there? Like, what were the main areas affected? Because the videos, it seemed like it was mostly like in Brooklyn or something like that. Like, I hope y'all are all right. I hope your cars are all right. That looked crazy. But as we all know, New York is an island and it is rapidly sinking. So keep that under advisement, okay? You see
Hold
what's
on.
going to be happening.
Hold on. Before you get to the robot story, you're absolutely right. New York, y'all all right over there?
Because
it looked
is
like
the water gone? Damn.
It looked like all of y'all was in a dirty bathtub.
And where are the rats? Did the rats die with the water?
Right. Could you check your rat count this morning in New York City? And I was in New York Saturday morning. I was in the Bronx. None of that water really affected the Bronx because that's what we do.
Because the Bronx is the
Brooklyn,
only part of the
Queens,
city that's on land.
JFK, airport, yo, is submerged under dirty water. Now, I want to say this. I'll be careful with my words. Do I sympathize with all these cars that were stuck floating on the highway and on the byways of New York City? Half of me sympathize, half of me don't. A lot of folks, they take these cars and they drive them in the water like this that's going up to their door to think that they're going to pass through. When all that water gets underneath the engine of your car, it cuts off. The car is also run by electricity. I don't understand why you take a chance of going down a road knowing that it's just all this water and your car's going to get submerged in it. If you drive down, for me, Senny, if you drive down the road, if I drive down the road and I look in front of me 300 yards and I see that it's nothing but water, I'm not driving through it. I don't even care if I know that it's on my block or if I know the road. I'm not driving through it because you don't know how deep it is. So, Senny, before you go on to your next story, have you ever been in a situation where there was a large amount of water and you thought to yourself, should I drive through this or not? So my question is, Senny, have you ever driven through water in a storm?
It was actually right after a storm, and I was actually on 80, and it was dark, and I was actually going to, I was driving, whatever. I was going into New Jersey, and there was seemingly a big puddle, and some cars had been stopped. Like, it looked like they were trying to go through, but some of them turned around. It was one of those where it didn't look that deep, but once you got in there, it was deep as hell.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I don't know, but how am I going to turn around? But I was with my friend and they were like, just go, just do it. So I kind of like got amped up.
What?
Because we had already, we had come from some traffic. So we like took another route. But of course, the reason why that route, nobody was going there was because of this water. But I was like, I guess let me just see. I don't know. And I'm one of those people, I take risks. So I went through it. But as I was driving, a little water was coming into my door. But I just floored it and we got through. It wasn't a long stretch, but it was deep enough to cause pause. And I did do it. But if there was like flooding, no, I'm not driving my car through that. I'm going to turn around and do whatever I could do.
Listen, and that's one of the worst things you can do when you're driving in this flooded water is to try to accelerate through the water. That makes it even worse. Your car gets flooded. The floor of your car is nothing but water. And next thing you know, the car cuts off. Now you're sitting on the top of the roof trying to get rescued by NYPD. And forget about that, Senny. Research that, if you don't mind, before we go to your next story. Research that flood damage on that car. A lot of times these cars, they don't recover from the flood damage. And then what happens? What happens? Then they take the car and they resell it, and the car has flood damage, and you don't even know it. Folks in the chat room, have you ever driven through deep water in your car? You heard what Senny just said? She said, her friend said, go ahead. We're going to be all right. Just go ahead. It looks like a scene from the movie Hunt for Red October. You're driving in a lake. Go ahead. Don't worry. We'll be fine. Go ahead. And then
it's not your car.
And you already know 90% of black folks can't swim. Now imagine us in a car, submerged. And don't you know that the weight of the water won't allow you to open up the doors, everybody?
Yeah.
Now you're on the list.
Pro tip, they do say if your car should get submerged, you should try and open up the windows before you get fully submerged. Take it as you will. So
This
like
is what
as you're falling into the water, roll down your windows.
Senny, remember, I don't know if you remember, what was that, Hurricane Katrina? What hurricane was that when New York shut down 15 years ago?
Wasn't it Sandy?
Sandy, right, Sandy, Senny, Superstorm Sandy. I told you all the story. I was at this broad's house. And I was about to leave to come back to Pennsylvania. I was in Long Island, but by the Queens, New York border. And then the storm came down and I was trapped out there. And then I got in my car and I drove down whatever road heading to the highway, going back to Queens, trying to go home. City. When I got onto the main road, there was a overpass. And then the overpass was flooded with water. Because you have to drive underneath the overpass to get to the main road. Cindy, I saw so much water that I turned around. I didn't even think about driving through all this water. And then I stayed in New York for, the 5 days that, we had the Superstorm Sandy. Guys, have you ever driven through deep water? Let us know. All right, Cindy, go back to the robot story if you don't mind.
Okay. Yes. So New York City is unveiling a new robot designed to help the nation's largest police force keep riders safe in the subways. It is called Nightscope K5, and this is coming out of California. The security robot is on lease to the city and will be tasked with patrolling the busiest subway station in the transit system, which it seems to be the Times Square subway station. $9 an hour. $9 an hour. I know you wanted to write how we're wasting money, but I'm sorry, I'm taking your thunder away. We're leasing at $9 an hour, said Mayor Eric Adams, boasting about the robot unveiling on Friday. The shining new camera on wheels is part of a pilot program that will run for 2 months. The heads of the MTA and NYPD explained officers trained on how to use K5 will accompany the robot through the station. The robot will not be on the platforms. Even robots get breaks, apparently. Adams says overnight riders can catch a glimpse of K5, who will run between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m. It will record video that can be viewed in case of an emergency or a crime, and it will not record audio, and it will not use facial recognition. However, if however the K5 does have a button that connects you immediately to a live person that New Yorkers can utilize 24/7 with questions, concerns, or to report an incident if that is needed. Adams says the robot's effectiveness will be examined and the city will decide its best use upon completion of the pilot program. Security cameras already cover the majority of the transit system, but they said a lot of the station cameras are hidden or not obvious for criminals. So this is a reminder that technology is watching. They said that the K5 will not use facial recognition, but police warned anyone who tries to tamper with the robot that they will be that they need to be prepared to be identified and arrested. Police stats do show that subway crime this year is down 4.5% compared to 2022 and is down 8.1% from 2019. So they have a picture of what this robot looks like, and that's it. So you guys will see that thing walking around, looking at you. I think LaShawn Haynes Jones, to all the water. LaShawn, let us know in the comments. Have you seen this thing rolling around? And what do people think of it? You guys let us know. I don't know what I think about that. You know what it reminds me of? I don't know. I don't know if you guys have Giant in New York. They probably don't,
They
but
don't.
there is this robot that they got rolling around there called Marty. And I don't know They said it's just there to report spills, but I have stopped going to Giant because every time I'm down an aisle, that thing is right by me and I don't like it. It creeps me out. So, whatever. I think it's following me all the time. So, Marty, F you. And whoever created that in Giant, how many spills are really happening that y'all need to have a robot rolling around? Somebody's controlling that thing and you're racially profiling. I'm sure of it. So,
Uh,
that's my thing on robots.
Only place on earth where you get your morning start right. Please, if you guys don't mind, please, let's see some hearts in the chat room. Good morning. Welcome to Motivational Monday, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show feature wake up team with the Queen, Senny J. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Special shout out to all of you guys that are listening. Like, share, and follow. And thank you so much. And special shout out to all our folks over there on YouTube. And we'll have some Instagram shorts later on today with this show that's been recorded. Now, shout out to my beloved Eric Adams from Brooklyn, New York. You know how I feel about him. Senny don't like him too. Senny doesn't like him too much because he hides all his women and all his relationships.
Who's your domestic partner, Eric?
You
Who's your domestic partner?
don't worry. The sex scandal will be out soon.
I'll be here for it.
New York City, especially the New York Police Benevolent Union. This is a concern to all the union workers in New York City as far as police officers. I wouldn't like to have no robot down there patrolling the subways. And what is it? Night Scope K5, which Mayor Adams have just confessed that it was only $9 an hour. $9 an hour. Read between the line, NYC police officers that work in the subway. These things are taking your job. You heard Senny J just said in her report, and if you tamper with it, you're gonna have a problem. And they didn't put the face recognition on it yet, but I bet you they got an option to.
I'm sure it has facial recognition.
New York City police officers. It might be 30,000 of you. I don't know how many police officers in New York City, and half of these police officers are outside working in the field, and probably the other half are in the office. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If New York City orders a night scope, I used to have a night scope back in the day.
Okay.
Night scope K5. If they ordered 1,000 of them at $9 an hour, and police officers, I don't know, Senny, I don't know what the average police officer makes in New York City for those first 5 years. I think in New York City, as a police officer, you make no money for 5 years and then you make money after that. I don't know. But imagine they have 1,000 robots patrolling the subway. There's no need for some of you. You think this is funny? If I was the police union, I would have a serious problem with this. They're literally going to take your job.
It doesn't make you feel safe. Oh, you said if you were a police officer.
If I'm a police officer and I work the subway system, and all of a sudden I see 3 robots at my station, what's the need for me?
Well, they still need a physical presence because essentially all it's there to do is record. It can't make an arrest. It can't, I don't think it's going to fully replace, it's not going to be in place of people. I mean, maybe eventually when they give it more capabilities, but now I think it's like a deterrent. It's almost like, where they like when they park their cop cars, but there's nobody in there, but people don't know that till they pass them. Right. I think it's one of those. It's just a deterrent to alleviate.
But Senny, you're proving my point right there. So if you have 5 of the robots in Times Square or any subway station in the city, and you see 2 of them, that could possibly be a deterrent for you not to commit a crime. So see, this is very concerning. New York City police officers, please don't accept this. This, and then what's going to happen is then they're going to bring the other robots out, the ones that can run and arrest people.
I mean, y'all all know how I feel about the government and police and all of that. But I see the vision that they're trying to do, and I don't think that it could hurt. I mean, seemingly when you have these cops that, they go through, their own mental problems, it's a very dangerous job. I don't think anybody's like really signing up in droves to be an NYPD police officer. So, you always have to have, backup and test out new things to see if it'll work because,
And let me say,
your police force could be dwindling as well.
and Senny, let's go back to Marty in the supermarket. When Marty came out in the supermarket, rolling up and down those aisles, we looked at it like it was like, what is this? This is BS. But now it's become a fabric in our culture. Now we see Marty, and it's no big deal. We just move out his way and keep it pushing. And this is the progression. This is the progression that I'm talking about these robots. New York City police union, benevolent, whatever you call yourself, you've been put on notice. They got a robot out there that they're paying $9 an hour. The robot don't eat lunch. The robot don't need no health benefits. The robot don't need no sick leave. The robot don't need no mental health classes after your ass got shot in the thigh somewhere in the South Bronx and you're going to sit home and collect a check for the next 20 years. The robot don't need that, bro.
I mean, we are no doubt being acclimated to robots and, using electronics, the self-checkout. When I go to stores now, there's only like 1 or 2 lines open and they have like 10 self-checkout lines. So they're definitely acclimating us to robots. But I mean, what? 20, 30 years ago, that's what everybody wanted. They thought we were going to be the Jetsons by year 2000.
Exactly.
And now you see all this apprehension to robots and, all this new technology. So I don't know. Make up your mind, people. You either want them or not.
No, they're coming. And I'm going to just say before we leave, I'm going to say this. What's going to happen in the next 10 years, you're going to literally see an animated robot as a police officer in New York City. This is not funny, New York. These robots are taking over. These young kids that graduate out of Stanford University, that's in the valley out there in California, they come out with all these inventions. New York City police, as we know it, you're done.
Well, pro tip, y'all should be investing in Nightscope. There you go.
There you go. She's absolutely right. All right, Senny, you have the last word. We truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Go ahead, Senny.
You guys just have a good day. Oh, I have a good one. Anybody that's still dealing with the rain and the water, LaShawn Haynes-Jones says, turn around, don't drown. That's what she said. Regarding driving through the water. So turn around, don't drown. And just use that for everything in your life.
Turn around, don't drown. I love that one. Thank you so much. Let's see the hearts in the chat room. We'll be back Thursday, 8 a.m. We truly appreciate you. Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, Senny J, and the Queen, Miss Miko. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Senny, let's wait. Whoa. Comedy in Harlem. Y'all come on out. If you don't want to come out, you can still donate to the show. That's Thursday, October the 26th. Y'all come on now. Comedy in Harlem. Senny's in the building. Miss Miko's in the building. Harvey's in the building. We got a dope comedy show. So that's Comedy in Harlem, 508 East 117th Street, New York City. Doors open up at 6, showtime 8. We also have a comedy show out here in Bethlehem this Saturday at Game Time, 1028 Broadway in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That's this Saturday, October the 7th. Doors open up at 6, showtime 7. Senny, let's wave at these folks.
Oh, sorry, that was D-Lo that said that. Turn around, don't drown. Sorry, not LaShawn. LaShawn H.
LaShawn Haynes Jones, like, I didn't say that, girl. Girl, you know I didn't say that. That sounds like D-Lo.
D-Lo said, turn around, don't drown.
Shout out to you, D-Lo Mathis. All right, guys, we are out of here. We'll see you in a few days. God bless. You guys be safe. We'll be putting videos up in our business room on Instagram, also on Facebook. So you guys stay blessed and have a good day. Come on, Sadie, let's wave at them.
Bye, guys. See you later.